A shotgun snap for Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
A gain of 4, and it's third down.
What's that? 780. 42. Great. 42 to Mark.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
11 yards and a Panther first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Newton now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Great.
To throw again, Newton. And Thomas has it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to spring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Packers' 32-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. The first defensive back taken in this year's draft, Darnell Savage there to knock that one away. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Mike, 158. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Now on 2nd and 16. Rodgers going up. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 29 yards. First down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, Charlie, throw me!
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. That's complete to Cobb. 11 yards there, first down.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
It's a gain of 11. That's another. Here's first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Show it. Rush in. Rush in.
Here's Rodgers throwing again. And this is caught at the 8. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jay Sternberger, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. He's going to look deep for more. It got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Newton. He gets it to Thomas. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Newton now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a first and 10.
He's checking. Crash. 10.
Newton to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Rodgers now on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Inside. Watch out. Hey, orbit. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Rodgers to throw again. And that's complete to Adams. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Let's get it.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
Push him back. 50.
Rodgers again now. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Rodgers to throw once more. Jones has it. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up fourth. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, first and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, here's Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. To throw is Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Oh, he fakes a spike. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Mike, ready? Ready? Check. Mike 42.
Now it's Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points, and they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rodgers. Making the catch is Sternberger. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Hey, 88.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Throw to the right. He's got the tight end here, Sternberger. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Rodgers now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's first and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. That's complete to his running back, Grant. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Here we go, D. Get off.
And again, it's Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Let's go.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard you receive it.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now Rodgers. And he's going to go down again. K1 short. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Zadarius Smith. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Newton. Now he's flushed out left. Taking a shot for Samuel. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. A throw he probably shouldn't have made, rolling left and then throwing back across the field.
And when you do that and you're rolling towards the sideline, you cut down your field in a big way significantly. And the guys who play in the second and the third level, those linebackers and DBs, they know that. And they know they have nearly as much space to cover, and they're hoping you try and throw it back towards the middle.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
26. Let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Check. Lucky. Check 37. Check 37. Jump out. 22 jet bomber. 54 is Mike. 54.
They'll go again to Jones. James Bradbury there to make the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down.
Watch the slant. Hey, Mike.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's knocked away and incomplete. The All-Pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Newton. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Flush to his right. And this is caught. He hits more. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Pass complete. Newton fighting his tight end, Thomas. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Ready?
First down.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
42 is the mic.
Throwing again is Newton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
50. Hey, you block over here. Check. Hey, take 26. 54. Hey, echo.
Rodgers now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Tight right. You got 3 down. 18, look for 18.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Defensively, mission accomplished. And now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble. But theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Now Newton. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Rashawn Gary. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Hey, that's all okay, baby. Your shot. Hey, take your shot, back to huddle. Shot, back to huddle.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Hey! Mike's 4-2. Come, please.
Newton. His throw incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up third down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on third and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Returnable here for Davis. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, first down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Right there. 54 Mike.
To throw is Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Back to throw, Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
The Packers on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is third and 10. Now it's Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they
Packer pressure, and down he goes. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield,